Welcome, family, to another edition of the IDP Xpressions Network News. This is your good brother, Professor Carl Tone Jones, and we're in the building tonight, It has been one interesting week, actually several interesting things going on over the last couple of weeks concerning social media, and in particular, YouTube, which is under major scrutiny based on its activity over the last few weeks. It is currently 17 minutes after the hour. It's a beautiful day today. The humidity is down. Currently, right now, it's 88 degrees, so it's kind of warm. So hopefully, the family can find something cool to drink. The family can find something, some good air to get under. This type of weather is a good night, especially if you have your significant other. You know what I'm saying? And if you wanted to curl up next to you, this is a good night for that. For the couples out there, this is a great night to have movie night, popcorn, in front of the big screen, or if somewhere else, be out under the stars. Just enjoy life, family, because I promise you, we all dying here. So, this broadcast, this week we're going to talk about, the alleged racism in YouTube. We've known for quite some time that there has been exhibitions of biasness when it comes to social media. We've all made, famous the infamy of being in Facebook jail. We've all been banned from time to time on Instagram, which is a subsidiary of Facebook. There are some people who have lost their Twitter accounts, access to Twitter. Remember what happened to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan when it came to his Twitter account being canceled. So we know that still waters run deep. We know that there's infamous history in this country when it comes to racism. And we know that didn't die with the election of former President Barack Obama, for which many people identified as the end of racism in America. And we couldn't have been further from the truth. In fact, as I argued back then, the election of Barack Obama would reinstitute the institution of an open form of Jim Crow. In fact, I titled it Jim Crow 2.0. Now, as we sit back and we observe how social media has grown tremendously through this time, it has become the number one source of information exchange, promotion of products, and engagement with the common folk. We have to understand something, family. As I've said many times, social media is not a toy, it's not a joke, it's not a game to be played. And as I questioned this over 13 years ago, so a lot of my brothers and sisters who were in professional ranks at the time, we needed to utilize social media for the tool that it was. not just an opportunity to have a virtual, a jab at the virtual playground. So, many years later, social media has been used as an organizing tool. It's also been used for mass propaganda. But we're also looking at it from the standpoint of it's also a good place for censorship. Channels that don't spew the company line often seem to face more ridicule than others. But not only that, you see, Facebook, YouTube, which by the way is owned by Google, they also represent the face of white domination. And so what you're going to find right now, and we're going to review a video in a few minutes, where a black YouTuber who happened to be one of the top YouTubers in the world, with over 14 million subscribers, had an issue with something that happened on his channel. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch screens so you can hear what this brother by the name of Corey Kenshin had to say. But before we do that, let me give you a little background about Corey Kenshin. Corey Kenshin has been a YouTuber for several years, almost a decade, I believe, or at least going back to 2015, 2016, if I'm not mistaken. He also has a channel where he reacts to video games. You know, those live action games, things that nature, haunted houses, first action shooter type games, things of that nature. When you hear this brother speak, this brother doesn't come off as the average, black person talking. He's very safe. He doesn't, have that strong overtone that I may have when I talk. He's what you would call one of relatively safe Negroes. I don't want you to hear what this brother had to say because it was very interesting. And I think that, it ties into something that happened to us a few weeks ago with my old channel that was taken down by YouTube. So let's hear what this brother had to say, shall we? And while you're at it, fam, if you're tuned in, don't forget to share this new channel with as many people as you can. We're trying to rebuild and rebrand the IDP Xpressions Network. And we can use all your help. I'm so thankful to the lovely people who have entered the room so far. I'll just name a few. My beloved, Philip Renee, and our good sister, Crystal Denise. Appreciate you here. And we're gonna share this video so y'all can hear what's going on. So just stay tuned.
Video as thoroughly, as plainly, as eloquently as possible. I don't want there to be any lost context. I don't want to just look like I'm coming out of nowhere having a temper tantrum because these things are happening. The allegations I am levying towards YouTube are extremely serious, and I'm taking this video extremely seriously. YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the three options, YouTube. Which one is it? Here's my proof. I've been doing YouTube a long time, okay? I never want to be that guy. Oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, these issues are happening because I'm black. There have been certain situations that I looked at kind of funny. I said, it could be because of that, but nah, I ain't gonna. I'm not trying to press that. I don't want to build that narrative around my YouTube channel. This time, I can no longer let it slide. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded the mortuary assistant.
And I want to be clear, family. First of all, this is fair use. I pray that YouTube honors the fair use policies that have been listed on their channel, on their website, in regards to sharing the information from other people's channel, in regards to gaining information pertinent to the broadcast that we're putting out. I want to be clear, the brother, as you heard, shied away from the racial conversation, as most people do, when they're listed an audience with mass appeal. In other words, when they are opening their audience to white folk, non-black people, things of that nature. So this is the brother giving you a sample of the video that he put up, in which YouTube started identifying and started putting restrictions on. So I want you to pay attention, because he's going to go through something to show the biases that YouTube has been presenting with all of us, as we, those of us whose channels have grown large enough to be influencers. But most importantly, those of us who are just trying to talk about things within the constructs of our community that typically rub white people the wrong way. And many, if you probably took a snapshot of the YouTube advisory, I would be willing to bet very few are black.
A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing the mortuary assistant, and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. I said, okay. I get with my YouTube rep. I sent him an email. Hey, could you look at this? This is some weird stuff going on. Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression. And I'm just going to leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm.
So, as we see, YouTube restricted his channel and didn't give an explanation. I wonder where I've seen that before. Could it have been my channel, which was formerly up here, the original IDP Xpressions Network? So, of course, my channel was just in the early stages. It had not yet reached 14 million subs. However, we were growing, and it's just odd that YouTube found copyright infringement from 6 months ago for my channel. 6 months ago, that's right, 6 months, with no explanation and no opportunity to even dispute them. Let us hear what else the brother has to say.
Talking about it. So I looked at that part the first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things and the games that you play, all that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Corey, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a
Yeah, the brother had to become his own detective sleuth. He had to do his own work to determine that YouTube, contrary to their declaration on their information page, where they cite all the potential violations, policies, therefore, etc., and that they claim that it's universal. However, there seemed to be an arbitrary decision to place a restriction on Corey's page, but the white YouTuber who's sharing very similar videos, very similar content, there was no restriction on his page. The irony.
second. They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh, great. This is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So
That's right. They got caught with their pants down, and they did what they always do. They tried to just satisfy the brother by removing the age restriction off his page. Now, keep in mind, he just stated that he lost an appeal. Now, how many of us have lost an appeal, be it YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all these other videos, all these other social media platforms that we're on? We utilize these things. We use them for business purposes and things of that nature. We allow them access to our intellectual property. They make you sign it off whenever you join their particular social media platform. And now, when they get caught with their pants down, to make it right, they try to bribe you. And that's what they tried to do with this brother right here. 14 million subs. Yet still, his channel was being censored by YouTube. Meanwhile, white YouTubers didn't have to face this indignity. They didn't have to face this type of discrepancy. They didn't have to go and do their own research to see that they were being there was some sort of shadow ban for their channel, because that's what it's called, even though it's technically illegal to do so. But there was a shadow ban placed on this brother's channel by age restricting it, meaning there were people under 18 who didn't get a chance to see the video he put up, therefore affecting his bottom line, his financial currency that he was currently earning on YouTube.
I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my feelings about the entire situation, feeling like there was some favoritism at play. There was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, number one, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted it in the first place? Number two, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer once you submit an appeal. Who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal? Number three, why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision? My YouTube rep gets back with me. He wants to hop on a call. We get on the phone for about 10-15 minutes, and I tell him, I've been feeling like this for a long time. I've been feeling like every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm number one trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was number one trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't
See that? That's what I'm talking about. As soon as brother started making some progress, there was a copyright restriction from 2019. It is 2022. Yes. See, this is live in color and in your face. And this is one of the reasons that I've been pushing for black people to go to the black platform. But the reason why we have to keep coming back to platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, which TikTok is not even American, but is because we can't seem to get black people off of these platforms. We can't build the black platforms up because black people love the plantation. And that's why we're still here. We can't build up platforms like fanbase. We had melanatedpeople.net. We couldn't build that up because people refuse to leave YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And to this day, we're still suffering the same indignation. And you see the dirty tricks of white supremacy. You see the dirty tricks of white nationalism. And we saw it on a larger scale when you had the virus and the reporting that went on the virus and all of the editing, all of the strikes, all of the censorship that was taking place. But this gets better, y'all. Just pay attention.
these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I mean, I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again, and I'm getting my numbers. They're climbing, they're exploding. I'm number one trending. And then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, this black man, he's getting too many views. He's getting too much exposure, too much activity. Hold that thought. Let's get back to the current situation. So my YouTube rep assures me he's going to continue this dialogue with the policy team and try to get some answers to those 3 questions that I had. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down. They got called out, and then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa, okay, we see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't gonna like talk about this, make a video about it. You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube. You realize how unfair this comes across. I, in all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before? They so
Yeah, see, like you said, they got caught with their pants down. And let me say something about how white supremacy works. White supremacy works in a fashion that when they operate, they don't mind throwing their own under the bus as we welcome more families to masses. So we're going to leave it at there. And what I'm going to do is go back to the description and drop the link to the rest of that video so that everybody can check it out. But you know, as we examine the racism that goes on in social media, understand social media is the most powerful information exchange medium on the planet. It's effective so much that I guess the sirens are playing at just the right time. It's effective so much that they understand how to shadow ban, how to limit the amount of viewers that watch. I hope everybody that tuned in tonight likes the channel, likes the video. Really need those likes, family, because we have to sort of work against both YouTube and its algorithm. But see, this is why we talk about YouTube being the cyber Jim Crow 2.0. Understand something, man. We talk about sundown towns. We talk about the townships that were established in America post Civil War, post Reconstruction, by groups of angry white people who wanted to divorce themselves from society, from a country itself that started to recognize black people as 5/5 of a person. Shout out to Jeff Bezos, 5/5. And once they started building these towns, and you can read it in the book, Sundown Town. Once they started building these towns, they started to have policies in these towns. They would red line so black people could buy property. Or if black people did buy property, it would be on the poorer side of the tracks, the lower side in the valley. They would create highways and byways as road markers and boundaries to black people out of certain areas in this country. They would produce various laws and policies that at the time seemed pretty illegal. But as we say with all other things, you gotta have power to fight power. So these particular laws and policies included that black people could work in these towns, but they could not live in these towns. And that black people must be out of town, even if you lived in those towns by sundown. If you wasn't out of town by sundown, then lynching people was fair game. Lynch mobs and posses would drive around in their pickup trucks with shotguns, 2x4s, chains, whips, and ropes, looking for unassuming black people in these particular towns. They would utilize terrorism, black people at bay, and from time to time they would even burn down a black town just because it was more there. They typically use white women and black men, and use white women as the lure and black men. This was their ammunition for destroying black communities, burning black people down. Look at the bloody summer of 1950. And what we find now is most of these things would have restricted and removed black people from places of influence and places of power. Jim Crow had grandfather laws ushered into policy for which if your grandfather wasn't a free man, you could not buy land, own land, you could not vote. Let us be clear about a few things. The ideology of white nationalism starts in the top. They just have enforced on the ground level. Whether they're from a trailer park, whether they're from a rural community, it doesn't matter. Whether they're in the high rises in major cities like New York City or San Francisco. Why do I mention San Francisco? Because San Francisco is the technical capital of the United States. Silicon Valley. Please understand, they just switched places. And now that more people are moving into a cyber world, they utilize this theory too. And they're doing it because they also want to maintain the face of white supremacy. Just as Corey Kinsey said, he's the number one viewer, number one YouTube. And if you're black, you can find those not on the spot. Notice and understand very well. What are we going to do about it? I'm only here for the spirit. I would love to build up some other black platforms as part of that journey. So, family, we have to fix this. I hope the channel grow because we have many people get a representation. But we also want to help build this build other platforms. Take our audience to everything. So don't forget, family, grab your copy of the Independence Day Project film. And probably get yourself a copy of 2023 Eyes on Social Media Revolutionary at ProfessorCarlToneJones.com. Provide Cash App, $prophecy. Your copy now. I just finished reading some of the reviews on Amazon. Over 25 reviews of 2023 Eyes on Social Media Revolutionary. Let me tell you, all 5-star recommendations. all 5-star reviews. I was taken aback at how many were rated by the book. Some even asking for a follow-up book or series, which is definitely something I would love to do. So family, want to check out, but I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Please, like I said, hit that like button. If you haven't, subscribe. So encourage your family and friends to do so as well. We can only grow if we go together. That's it, family. Peace out. See you on Monday for another episode of the No-Go Zone with Professor Carl Tone Jones, as we continue to venture in the social dynamics of Black men and Black women, as we continue to look for ways to nation build, because nation building is the only way for us to reignite Black power. And it starts in the home. So that's it, man. The power, y'all have seen weekend. Like I said,